And we're live. Welcome to the Nerdy Phase with Rain Surge. As always, you have me, your host. I do love Pokemon. I just got to start a Pokemon here. Pikachu, Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. Who's your favorite starter? Maybe for another day. Then we have Ray. Ray, the lovely Ray. He's always trying to give good takes, but sometimes they come out bad, sometimes they come out good. But hey, at least he's participating now. And then Tom, he's still existing over in some land we don't know, but hey, at least his takes are great. All right, guys.
I definitely
So, I just want to mention, Nerd Fam, this is the final episode of the year. Get excited. We just started recently and we're getting some traction, hopefully. Our name's getting out there. So we'll I've been kind of advertising us and telling people to like and subscribe. So we have a Facebook page now. We have, we've grown a little bit. A nice video intro. So
improve.
Right? More to come. But hey, as always, hey, let's talk about what we did nerdy this week. Why don't we start with let's go with Tom this time. You go first.
So that was fun.
We
played.
okay.
I don't know.
They have yeah, I know what you're talking about. They have a kids version of that.
Yeah, there's a kids version. It's super simple. In terms of instead of having to worry about like your cities and then like your big fields and stuff, all it is pretty much you get roads and then you have either red, blue, green, or yellow characters on the road. So if you block the road, so if you cut off the road here, you're the one who cut off the road here, you get as many points as you've got people on that road. So it's actually a good starter game. And next time we go over my cousin's house, I think I'm going to break out the full-size game and see if the kids enjoy that one equally. We've played that. We've got some kind of Mario Tumbler game that we finally broke out for the first time.
How's Zynga? That? I've seen it.
What?
I've seen the Mario Tumbler game. How's it?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a stupid simple game, but pretty much you get this tower. It's on like a little teetering, platform. You put a ball at the top. You get a die. It either has ones, and it has 1, 0, and 1, 2 on it. So you roll it. If you get a 1, you put one character on it. It'll start leaning. You roll. The next person rolls. If he gets a 1, he's got to take 1 off. But if they roll a 2 and there's 2 characters on it, you got to take 2 off. So pretty much you just go back and forth. So whoever makes it fall over, they lose, and then we usually start over with less people the next time they go. So it's super easy game, but it's fun. Played that. Played some Trouble and Zynga, which is like a bingo game, but it's pretty good. So yeah, no, just a lot of board games with the kids. That makes me very happy that they're not just on their tablets and doing stuff IRL.
I love board games. So I mean, we'll discuss more in detail, but I mean, I have a closet full of board games.
Yeah, Ray, you need to get yourself a PC for nothing else. It's just so we can get a tabletop simulator and maybe we do some board games on stream.
I do have a PC.
I said Ray.
Oh, Ray. Okay, yeah.
You gotta speak up for sure. He's a little hard of hearing sometimes.
He's the old geezer of the group.
Oh God. But at least I'm updated and not outdated like Ray. He has a PlayStation 4. That came out how long ago? 50 years ago?
No, a year or so ago,
PlayStation 4 though. It came out in 2013.
He's just a young guy trying to make it through the world right now. It's not his fault inflation went up so high.
So I mean, the PlayStation inflation hasn't gone up at all. It's for the same price.
Yeah, $700 freaking dollars.
Yeah, but when your groceries and everything else have gone up in price.
Well, he's a single man. He don't need Walmart. He just eat ramen. Come on.
Single parent.
Your child loves ramen, so it's all good. See, sacrifices to get the updated PlayStation 5. That's why you know.
Hell no.
But
We're
Going
being
back
Robin
to,
for a week.
that's
Daddy
why
needs a
people play The
PlayStation.
Sims.
So Ray, what have you done this week? This week that's nerdy.
I have been a parent.
I can't nerd out about being a parent. That's no.
No,
I'm sorry.
That's how it is. Yeah, that's about,
So,
honestly, that's really it. I haven't really done much nerdy this week. I've just been shopping and getting ready. That's about it.
Well, any toys you've been nerding out about?
Not me per se, but my
Well,
daughter will dig them.
Nerding out about looking up toys for your daughter.
No,
Yeah, I
not
mean-
really into the same things. She's all about princesses.
Come on,
what's
can't
wrong
say
with
that
princesses?
if you're gonna get yourself like a Barbie, like a Barbie, playhouse or something, you still got to nerd about like, ooh, this one has more features than this other one does.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I've been struggling to find one thing that I want. It's just a pain.
What is it?
The like old school hard plastic kitchen net sets, like the old plastic
like
ones.
the full size ones.
Yeah, like finding
Well,
one
big extra
under
stick.
$1,000.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, they're not cheap nowadays for like an actual one that's above 2 foot. Like 2 foot, you're still looking anywhere from like 200 to 300.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. What about you,
Let's see,
Serge? What
so-
have you been nerding out about?
Oh, I finally finished Liza P. I did get the ending I didn't want. I pushed the wrong choice, and
You weren't able to beat it faster after this entire week that you had since our last podcast?
Oh yeah,
Shame
right.
on you.
So, Nerd Fam, if you don't want to hear spoilers, you can stop it right here and skip for a minute because I'm gonna spoil stuff. I'm very sorry. So like apparently the last boss I fought wasn't the last boss. As we know that Liza P is about Pinocchio, right? And then of course they have Geppetto. I come to find out that Geppetto's not a good person. So after you beat the last boss, you go down to this elevator, you see Geppetto, and he asks you to give him your heart, your puppet heart, so he can put it into the corpse of his dead son that he turned into a puppet.
I'm gonna eat your heart. Name that movie.
So
Name that movie.
I don't know that movie. What movie is that?
Little Nicky. Oh, come on.
Little Nicky. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Same.
But yeah. Apparently, if you don't give him your heart, you fight the last boss. And I was trying to figure out what choice to make because I didn't know. And it ran out of time, and I gave him my heart.
Speaking of running out of time, you are out of time. You said to skip a minute. It's been a minute, sir.
Well, okay. Well, they can skip more. But anywho, so I gave him my heart, and I turned into, and so he took the heart, transported into the corpse of his boy that he turned into a puppet, and the boy turned into a real boy with the Argo, because the Argo is like the essence of life, I guess, in this game. And then you guys ever watch iRobot?
Yeah.
The 3 laws that robots have,
Yeah.
but somehow they broke, but whatever. So Geppetto created 3 laws for the puppets as well. Like puppets supposed to pay,
There's a name for
can't,
that.
but he added what's called the 0 law, the 4th law, and that is all puppets must obey Geppetto and his son. So what he ended up doing, he got his son to kill everybody in the hotel, right? And then he turned all of them into puppets with their Argo, and now they're forced to obey him. So then he's on the path to kill everybody in the world and turn them into puppets.
That's a PlayStation exclusive, right?
No, it's on all consoles.
Oh, okay.
Even it's on Steam as well. I have an Xbox Game Pass.
I don't want to spend money on that game, but at the same time, I totally do.
So it's really good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I started New Game Plus. New Game Plus gives you everything, all your same level, and then all your weapons and all your upgraded weapons. But then you go through and you can pick up the same weapons, which is cool because then you can have like a weapon on the same cool handles. Um, but like I got to chapter 4 in like an hour. I'm just like demolishing everything. I'm like, oh man, this is easy now. It's like you can't trick me. I know what's going on. So it's
Hmm.
it's been fun. I just didn't feel like starting a new game. I will. I mean, I have a game on my list that I'll start. I'm debating between Persona 5 Tactica or The Last Remnant 2. No, Remnant 2, not The Last Remnant. Remnant 2. So those are the games I'm trying to decide between.
Next
Then I
game.
also watched. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like I'm gonna beat Baldur's Gate 3. I might play a little Starfield, but as soon as I'm done with Baldur's Gate 3, I'm just gonna say screw it. Next time Star Wars goes on sale, I'm gonna just drop money on it. But that's my next game I'm gonna play.
That's yeah. I'm thinking about Baldur's Gate 3 as well, but because I want a game that I just want to be able to log on and just play. My friend says he put 200 hours into the game
Yeah.
and he's still not done. I'm like, well, wow, okay, that's what I
Mhm.
want. I also watched Gran Turismo
Oh
on
shit! I forgot that
Netflix.
movie.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. It was decent. I mean, I
Yeah.
liked it. I mean, I really liked the actor David Harbour, so that's the reason why I watched it.
Hmm.
But I thought it was really cool because you know, like it's loosely based on true story, like those based on true story movies. I mean, some of the
Hmm.
things really did happen, some of the things are just like fictionized.
Yeah. The
But
concept itself definitely happened, which was super dope.
yeah, I thought it was really cool because this came out. They did this when Gran Turismo 5 was the thing on PlayStation 3. Because I think there was wasn't there 6 on the 4, and then they I know they did 7 on PlayStation 5. But Gran Turismo 5 was the latest one, and these guys they were all they did was they had the actual racing wheel and stuff like that, and then it kind of shows the transition how people who were they got categorized sim drivers versus real drivers, and you know really cool.
Almost
But
like a
and
pro am.
apparently the guy they picked Jean, I mean apparently he's done pretty good in real life.
Hmm.
Um, just really crazy to think that he if you got serious about playing a sim game like that, that you can actually transition that
Which,
into real life skill.
one side note, just for the listeners, Isaac Asimov's Three Laws of Robotics. That's the specific name of that.
Hmm.
So there's that. So going back, what's really cool though, at least in terms of like the sim racing and everything, it's cool to see there's some sim racing things that have translated over to real life, and there's some real life things that have translated over to sim racing. Actually, I think more like the sim racing translating over to real life. Like, so one, there was a NASCAR guy, I think it was at Bristol, one of the smaller circuits, but he literally did a wall ride. So instead of, because obviously you have an oval, you want to be on the outside of the turn, and then you want to come in, you want to hit the apex, and then you want to accelerate out and everything. Hopefully, everybody at least understands the concept of wanting to do a turn in racing. But this one guy, so instead of slowing down to hit the apex and everything, he literally just hit the wall and just accelerated and just let the wall go the entire time. So that was pretty fun. And then another thing, they banned it on sim racing, but your tires get super hot during normal everyday races and stuff. So, but in the sim race, what they would do, they would actually go off to the side of the road and they would actually put their tires in the grass to let them cool off just a little bit. And they would come back on. So they banned it for that particular sim racing league. But then you saw some people in real life doing the exact same thing. It's never been done
Right.
before until after sim racers just started doing this because they didn't care what happens to their sim car. But yeah, no, the whole sim racing thing is fascinating. That's something I probably need to look up. I'm not saying we should necessarily do an entire episode over it or something, but it's pretty cool. I'll try to I'll find those links and send them to you.
Yeah.
Red Solo Cup.
For sure. What's a red solo cup got to do with anything?
Oh, I have a Red Solo Cup.
So, but yeah, I mean that's what I've done, and it's so it's been It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully, my next time I'll have done more stuff. I haven't really picked up any anime. I've still been watching the same old, same old. I'm up to date on Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm an episode behind on One Piece. Um, nothing. Well, yeah, I started the new one. I started the. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, I'm like 3 episodes in. It. I think it's done a little too late, but I guess they're trying to bring it back. It's called Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead.
Whoa,
So
whoa, 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 whoa! Back it up. Say that one more time.
Zom 100 as
Yeah, yeah,
sorry
yeah, yeah.
ZOM.
But what shit were you talking? I didn't hear it.
It's a new anime I'm been watching.
Oh, I thought you said something about it dying off. I was like, dude, the anime is amazing.
Zom
And it just
100.
released. Yeah.
Do you like it? I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just saying like
I
the
watched
zombie
the
apocalypse. It's
live.
not
Oh,
what.
someone's watching some kind of video. I don't know.
Sorry,
It's
something was
it's
turned up
not
super
just
high.
an
My bad,
anime.
guys.
They also did a live adaptation of it,
They
and
did,
it's
yeah, I
not
know
just
that.
a normal zombie. Okay, it's 100 things to do before you turn into a zombie. It's different. Zom 100. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's his bucket list.
Yeah,
So,
it's awesome. It's an amazing anime.
oh, okay. Well, let's see. I see you're pretty passionate about it.
Yeah, I like it
So,
a lot. I love like High School of the Dead. I think it was. That was another
hmm
that I
they
thought was
canceled that one
awesome.
sadly.
I know why. It
Yeah,
was a
I was
good
gonna watch it, but then
anime.
I'm like, oh, they canceled this. I'm not gonna watch it now.
It was so good though. I was like, all the ones I like, all the animes I like, canceled, canceled,
Like what?
canceled. Dead Man's Wonderland, badass anime, loved it.
Oh,
One that
that
didn't
was
get,
terrible. But yeah,
you're, it was amazing. Um,
it
then
did
you
get
got,
canceled though. It sucked.
yeah, then you got fucking. It didn't get canceled, but it's one season only. Anime get killed. That should have. They should have extended
That
it.
finished. That
They needed to
finished.
chill though. It's one season. They needed to
Yeah, that's
chill.
what more do you need?
Less bodies, more anime. But and then you got Zom 100 or not Zom 100, High School of the Dead, which was amazing. And then what was it? Something else got canceled, or maybe it got brought back. Maybe that's what it was.
Okay, you should watch Undead Unluck.
Dead Unluck.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think it's Unluck Undead or it's on Hulu. So it's about this guy who can't die, and then it's about this girl who literally is super unlucky, but she causes unluck around everybody
Oh
else.
no,
And
yeah, I've
then
seen that one. Yeah,
it's like,
that
yeah, I
one's pretty
haven't
good.
seen that one yet.
That one's good.
So
It's raunchy, but it's good.
there's been a lot of like isekai enemies that just been releasing left and right.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
seems like that's like the most popular one right now. Um, so, but yeah. Anywho, so let's talk about some news. So we're gonna talk about our nerd news, right? So the One Piece remake. What do you think about that? They're gonna, instead of calling One Piece, it's gonna be called The One Piece, and I hope they remake it with better animation. Are you gonna watch it, Ray? Now since it's being remade, better animation, gonna give it a shot?
I
Well,
have a question.
Yeah, what's
Is it
that?
still gonna be 1,000 episodes?
I don't know, but it gives you a chance to watch it all over again.
Nah,
With
if they don't
you
chop
know,
that shit down, I ain't watching it.
they probably won't chop it down. I mean, it's still. I mean, One Piece is entering its final arc, so if they're remaking it, they don't want it to die because One Piece is now just.
Have you not seen the
It's
live adaptation of it? They
yeah.
chopped it to fucking hell and back.
Well, this is different. I mean, anime cartoons are different, but the live adaptation was good. Um, but like if you think about it, like One Piece is gaining a lot of traction. It
I don't
used to
know
not
how.
be as popular as it was. So I don't know what happened. Just in the
I mean, I
last like
feel like I've
two,
been
three
aware of
years, it's
One
blown up.
Piece for a hot minute though. Like I don't know. I guess
Well,
I
it's
don't
very
understand.
popular in the anime community.
Yeah.
But like as far as pop culture, like you, pop culture, the iconic character has been Goku. You
Oh
go
yeah.
ask anybody, that watch doesn't watch anime and be like, yeah, you know who Goku is. Yeah, I know who Goku is. Everybody knows Goku.
Yeah.
Just like everybody knows Mario.
Because
But now
he's the
people
GOAT.
Who,
Goku?
Mario?
Yeah. What? No.
Who's
Goku,
the
yes.
goat?
Mario, no.
Well, I mean, Goku's overrated. I mean, honestly.
How?
So how, dude?
Yes, I
He's
would love to
he's a
hear.
okay. He first off, he's a villain. All he doesn't care about anybody but himself. He just wants to fight people. It doesn't matter if they're going to destroy the world. He's like, all right, as long as I can fight them, that's all that matters. The other thing, he's boring. He's got no depth to him. He's got no character development, no nothing. Vegeta is a better character than Goku. At least Vegeta
Nah,
has character development.
nah,
You know,
nah.
Vegeta
What you
sacrificed
listen?
himself.
It's not there. Listen, they fucked up. Okay, what they did is they did a whole season, a whole arc called Dragon Ball GT, and I know for some reason it gets a bunch of hate, but you
Dragon Ball
actually
G isn't
see.
canon.
I know that's what I'm saying though. Is they have this whole arc. That's what I'm saying. They have this whole arc that's called GT, and they didn't claim it. They
Ah,
dropped it. They trashed it. But if you ever actually watch GT, first of all, it's one of my favorite. Second of all, it not only is it my favorite because it's it shows Goku's growth. Goku actually grows, and you see more about him as he goes, to become an adult again, and he goes through all the transformations and everything like that. You see more about his past, more about his growing, his upbringing, everything like that than you did in any
well,
other
no one
season.
liked that, so they canceled it. It was part of cancel culture.
I don't understand why.
GT,
Another reason,
no,
another anime
not
that got canceled that I liked.
Well,
GT.
like better animes.
No,
See, GT never got canceled. GT was just one of the things. Akira Toriyama was like, I want no. I'm done with Dragon Ball Z. I'm happy with the way it ended. And his other people are like, no, we got to do something. We got to make more money off this. And so they decided to release Dragon Ball GT. And then Akira Toriyama was like, dude, this is trash. What are you guys doing? You just ruined my anime. This is trash. And then he started making his anime and did Battle of the Gods, returned for that, and then he did Dragon Ball Super, and now he's happy with where it's at.
all trash.
So, you know, Dragon Ball GT was trash. I'm sorry.
I liked it.
That's okay. I mean, you can like trash. I'm fine with that.
I don't think that. I thought the
So,
transformation was cool.
Super Saiyan 4 was stupid.
I thought it was
I
amazing. It's half them, half their ape form. It's their ape form, but in control. Because I mean, okay, just answer me this then. When Toy Agamaga came back, okay, did Toy Agamaga do anything with the gorilla shit?
Akira
No.
Toriyama.
He totally trashed it. All he did was, okay, let's
Because
cut
he
this
hates
guy's
it.
ass. Let's cut this dude's tail. Let's cut that guy's tail, and we're just gonna act like none of them were ever fucking apes to begin with. They were apes.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
were apes.
it's bad. No one ever said Akira Toriyama was a good writer. It's very bad writing. There's plot holes all over the place.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but that
You
shouldn't
know,
have been one. They should have sat there and been like, you know what? It makes sense to have a half gorilla because that's the whole thing about Saiyans, right? Is Saiyans are strongish on their own, but then they can turn into this unbridled, super powerful, uncontrollable beast, which is the great ape, right? But then
Versus Hulk.
yeah, exactly. But even the
but
Hulk got smarter, right? So it only makes sense to take their super strong, unbridled rage and turn it into a crossbreed between them being able to control it and not control it. And that's what they did in
first
GT.
off,
And it was beautiful. And you know what? If people hate it, why do they have the silver ape, huh? Huh? Why do people keep trying to go back and make it better? Because it's amazing.
no, you would probably like the Dragon Ball Hero saga because they go crazy with that.
I hate what they did with Piccolo.
But I'm going to point out one thing about the Great Ape. But the Great Ape is so powerful, so great. How did literally one of the biggest pieces of trash in Dragon Ball Z history take down a great ape. We're talking about
Who?
Yajirobe. Yajirobe. He got behind Vegeta and cut his tail.
That
And
was because
Yajirobe's
nobody was watching Yajirobe. Nobody even
but the
knew he
great
was
ape
still alive.
the great ape is so awesome that he should be able to
But
hear that.
no. What did I already say? I said
Yajirobe's a hero.
unbridled rage, okay? That means that they're stupid. I'm not saying that they're smart. I'm saying that they were strong, which they were. They are also stupid, which is why it makes sense that they should have done a crossover between their normal form and their form, you know?
I still disagree. This is why One Piece is better. The characters all have depth, and the
900
characters are
filler
just
episodes, they better have some fucking depth.
it's not 900 filler episodes. I don't know where you get that crap.
Fine,
It's all
850.
it's all there's not that much. It's got less filler than Naruto. Just saying. So
Whatever. Gatorade.
so, but yeah. Anywho, um, so let's see here. There's not really a whole lot that's really going on. Um, we always talk about like video games, movies, things like that. Anything interesting that has gone on that you guys know of?
I watched the Mario movie for the first time the other day. It was pretty good. The Super Mario one.
The Mario movie Super Mario movie was pretty good. It came out this year. We'll touch into that, but we won't really go into huge depth. But it was really good. I think it should have won. It should have won something in the Game Awards. So
You're right.
But,
yeah, best adaptation, 100% was probably that game. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved me some Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal was great, but I would say the better adaptation was probably Mario. I know.
Yeah.
Of course, I love seeing the Rotten Tomatoes score. The critics gave it like a dog shit score, but everybody was like, "Yeah, no, fucking 9 out of 10, great movie."
The Rotten Tomatoes gave that one a good score.
No, they gave him the critics gave it some shit score. Hold on, let me see what the actual score is. Rotten Tomatoes, Mario Twins. You ask one of them they want ice cream, both of them say yes. How the hell?
I can't really think of
59% from the critics, and the audience gave it a 95%.
I didn't realize the critics gave it that much, that low.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I have my opinions on why they did it, but whatever.
Well, I mean, I'll talk about the Mario movie. I mean, I have my takes on it. It's we'll go from there. So, really, that's not really a whole lot going on. I mean, considering there's only been a week. I mean, there's some stuff going on. There's just price drops, hard. But yeah, it is. It's all holiday shopping and all that fun stuff. But that was probably the biggest announcement that that I saw, the One Piece remake.
Yeah.
But anyways,
there's the new South Park game.
Snow Day, yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
Also, don't forget that Rebel Moon is dropping Thursday at 9 p.m. So it's be a good
what's
watch.
dropping?
Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder.
Oh yeah. You were telling me about that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's dropping that. I just want to see if I can find. I mean, the world of sports. Sports is wrapping up. I mean, the Cowboys and the Eagles, they both clinched the playoffs. Upset that the Seahawks beat the Eagles. That was kind of a big upset. And then another upset, which was really weird for me, the Buffalo Bills beat the Cowboys. Just 31-10. That's crazy. So that's the biggest upsets in sports from this week. I can't nerd out about sports like some people can, but I know a little bit. I know enough about it. But anyways, I'm feeling kind of tired, guys. But I have a good way of boosting my energy, right? So with Dubby, once again, Dubby is our sponsor. We're a proud sponsor of Dubby. It's been great. I have some more on the way. I ran out of my samples, so I haven't really been able to do it. But I really enjoyed them. I think my favorite one was the peach one. I don't really taste the. Sometimes with these kind of things, it really helps when you have the little shaker. But a lot of times, like you shake stuff, it tastes kind of like powdery. But this does pretty good if you get it all shaken up. So if you're you know, wanting to get Dubby, do visit their website and use promo code Surge, and you can get 10% off your next purchase. So once again, that's promo code Surge, and you get 10% off. It is the energy drink that will give you a lot of energy without the crash and jitters. So
Speaking about mixing stuff, though, I always get the worst look from one of my buddies because those milk frothers, those little
oh
the
yeah,
little
hmm
thing, and like I've never used it to froth milk. Like those things are the best. Like you put some creamer in your coffee, or you're making some chocolate milk. You stick it in there, turn it on before you start pouring the chocolate in. So therefore you don't get all that chocolate at the bottom and everything built up.
hmm
Like so, for any of you, go out and get yourself a milk frother. Don't use it for frothing milk. Just use it for mixing your drinks. It is perfect.
hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there you go. You can get your Dubby
Yep.
and get the frother. Mix your drink
Get a
even
frother
better.
and boom, it'll be a perfect mix every time.
Perfect.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So let's talk about the subject at hand. All right. Since this is the last episode of the year, here Nerd Fam with the Nerdy Phase, we all wish you happy holidays. We hope you have a good Christmas, and we hope or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, and then a good year. The year is coming up. We're all gonna make those New Year resolutions, I'm sure. So, but yeah, happy holidays from the Nerdy Phase, with Ray, Serge, plus Tom, right now.
Woo woo.
So, but I want to since this is the last episode of the year, I kind of I want to talk about what we thought the biggest disappointments of this year was. Let's just start with that. It could be anything as far as like games, movie, TV shows, anime, um, and then at the very end, since Oscars are going to be in March, we can discuss what we think is the best movie of 2023 at the very end. But first we'll do biggest disappointments. So,
Star
who
Wars.
wants to start? Star Wars?
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Not Jedi. Yeah, Jedi Survivor was probably the biggest upset. I would have bought it on like day 2 if it didn't suck as bad as it did. Everything that I saw was glitch here, glitch there. It doesn't matter if you have the highest, best running computer in the world, you're still going to have a bunch of like performance issues. It's
Yeah.
just one of those games. Like I was so excited to get, finding out that the game was coming out, but then see it priced at $70 brand new, and then hearing all the shit and the lack of care that EA gave it. I think that's my biggest disappointment of the year. Like I was really, really excited to buy that game until I found out it's a good idea to not buy the game yet. Wait till they fix all the patches and then get it. And wait for
Yeah,
it to go on sale.
PC really got the shaft on that one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks because the console ran just fine, but PC had all the bad stuff.
Yep.
So that was is that the only disappointment you had of this year?
It's at least my biggest one. Let's see. The Ahsoka show was great, but it was less of an Ahsoka show. They should have just named it Sabine. There's that, so I wasn't disappointed with the show, but, it's not exactly what I was wanting. It was great for the lore, but I don't know. They could have done some better storytelling, but whatever.
I hear you there. So
Yeah.
I can see that.
I
I did. I enjoyed it. I guess since we're talking about it, um, like first off, Ahsoka is the best character in Star Wars, hands down. Um,
Thrawn.
but
Thrawn's the
You
best
said
character.
who?
Yes, wrong, but Thrawn. Grand Admiral
Thrawn.
Thrawn
I mean,
is the
he's the
best
best.
character of Star Wars.
I mean, he's up there, but um, but anywho, he, in that show, yeah, like it didn't really resonate with a lot of people. Like for example, I know people that love the movies, watch the live action stuff, but they don't want to watch the animated stuff. They don't want to watch the Clone Wars or Rebels, right? And,
Which
and
is a
I can
mistake.
understand.
No, I
It
don't.
is, it is, but some people just don't like cartoons. They're too cool for it. I don't know,
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a
but
cartoon. I don't like it, and they're not. It's like my, one of the kids. It's like, oh, I don't want to eat that. I don't even like that.
yeah,
Like Massacholi. Like, okay, you like spaghetti, right? Right? Yeah.
right.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between Massacholi and spaghetti? No, you can't. They're the same damn thing with a different noodle. Like
Yeah,
that's how I
I
feel
get
like
it.
people who don't like the cartoons and stuff. The story's great.
Well, so yeah,
Focus
so
on the damn story.
you can nix the Clone Wars. I don't recommend it, but you can not watch the Clone Wars and then understand everything else, right? The Clone Wars just adds the extra details, the small things in life that you kind of want to see.
Hmm.
But you watch Ahsoka, and if you haven't seen Rebels, you're gonna be lost
Yep.
because the only thing in that show, which I'll touch on what I didn't like about it, but like everything is about them trying to find Thrawn so they can find Ezra. And if you've never seen Rebels, you're gonna be like, who the crap is Ezra? Who's Thrawn? What happened between them? What's going on? Right? So to me, it really felt like it was Rebels season 5, not necessarily Ahsoka, because it wasn't about Ahsoka, sadly.
Yeah, because the entire show they're still being rebels. Nobody's listening to the fucking council. You know.
No, no, exactly, and not only that, but like and then what I didn't like, you said bad writing, like the whole added thing between Sabine and Ahsoka, like, oh, she was my Padawan, and then Hu Wong is like, she's the worst Jedi anyone's ever trained. Like literally, she sucks.
And
Okay, so
I feel like
that
that
was so
kind of
stupid.
started at the end of episode 8, the Last Jedi. It's like they're pretty much implying everybody has access to the Force. It's like no, 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 no. Not everybody has access to the Force. You
Yeah,
have some people who are more Force sensitive than others. There's the I don't think it's anything canon, but there's the I guess the head canon for a lot of people that Han Solo. The reason why he's so lucky is because he is slightly Force sensitive. He's not to the point where he's going to be able to like lift rocks and boulders and deflect blaster bolts. But the reason why he's so lucky is because the Force is on his side. He has a little bit of that
right.
extra intuition because of it. That's the extent that they should be doing. They shouldn't be trying to get Sabine as a Jedi because she's not a Jedi.
That did nothing, buddy.
Wait, what?
I had a cough and it didn't do anything. So, but yeah, so yeah, I mean, to me that show it could have been better. So, but anything else that kind of disappointed you, or
You guys still have not seen the Panderverse episode of South Park, have you?
no?
Okay, you guys got to get down on that because they're just Disney's just sticking a chicken in it, and making it gay and lame. But you guys would laugh more if you guys actually watched the damn episode. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, which episode?
The Panderverse, where Kathleen Kennedy, the one that Kathleen Kennedy, yeah, they have got South Park, right? No, I mean
I don't
not
know.
right. So it was a Paramount Plus exclusive, so you have to
Oh,
have.
that's why. That's
Okay.
why. No, I haven't seen it then. I don't
Okay.
have Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it just
Because I've
came out
seen some episodes. I've
a
seen
few weeks
I've seen
ago.
a lot of episodes of South Park.
Hmm. Yeah, I just watched the come out of the closet episode, the one about Scientology.
I haven't seen that one. So, but yeah, I mean,
Old one, season 9. They're on season 26. But yeah,
any
oh,
disappointments for you, Ray?
Yeah, few.
Okay,
And
let's hear him. Let's hear him.
Uh, hold on one second. I'm looking up one more thing.
You should have had
Okay.
this research done
So,
before you started.
yeah, should have, but didn't. So my biggest letdown of the year is definitely going to be the day before. That game was the biggest upset in my personal opinion, just because of the simple fact that they said it was going to be this great, fantastic game, and then they released it, and then 4 days after uh, coming out, 4 days after releasing, they went ahead and shut down servers forever, never to be opened again. Like, it's
wow.
not oh, we're going to shut down for a little bit. It's, hey, everyone in the past 4 days, which apparently reportedly, they sold 200K units of it. And at $49 a game, they made a bunch of money and then just dipped. They're like, okay, we're not doing anything anymore. And supposedly, even though they sold 200K copies at $49 a piece, they failed financially. So that's their whole reasoning behind them just dipping out on the gaming community, which I hate. I hate when games do that in general, let alone whenever they
Yeah,
do it like that. So that
I
was
don't think I've
probably
heard
my
anything
biggest
about the
upset.
game. What's the premise of that game?
yeah, I haven't heard
So
anything.
what they talked about it being was a survival MMO slash open world where it's like completely open. You can roam, you can go into every single building. Like, this is what the developers were talking about. You can go into every single building that's there. You can hunt zombies with your friends. You can fight either the PCs or actual online people, and then Xville. So like Escape from Tarkov, but everything is accessible, and you can dip and build your own base.
Yeah, I've got like a little clip thing going on here. Yeah, kind of when I was looking at it, kind of reminded me of a cross between DayZ and Tarkov.
Yeah, and then the game drops. You could only actually access about 5 to 10% of the buildings around the area. There was
Oh,
almost no online activity whatsoever when it came to PvP. It was strictly just, and whenever people did get into PvP fights, their games would crash, they would lag, they would die through buildings, through walls, and it wasn't even cheating. It was just the game was terrible. The game
yeah.
wouldn't register there being a building or a car, and they would just die. So the fighting was just impossible to do in the game.
Huh.
And there was no zombies whatsoever. Like, none at all. So that was probably my biggest upset, because I was super excited for them to finally drop a game like that, because they've had games that have come out like that. You got, what was it? Days Gone? Was it Days Gone? What was it? Where you
Days
rode the
Gone, DayZ.
motorcycle? Yeah,
Days Gone.
Days Gone.
I think.
Days
Mhm.
Gone,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah,
could like roam around on your motorcycle, and that was cool. But again, it kind of was the same thing. There wasn't that many zombies, and they were talking about like being a lot. So I was like excited. You ran into more of a horde style zombie than just a world filled with zombies.
yeah. Hmm.
So that was one of my letdowns. Um,
This
another one
didn't
of
come
my
out
hmm?
this year. I think it was
The game
2022,
that I'm talking
2021.
about right now.
The day before? No,
Oh,
day
the day
before is
before. You know,
23. But
Yeah.
I'm rabbit trailing. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
The
okay.
last zombie game I played that I was excited for was Back for Blood.
Yeah.
Because I loved Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead was so much fun.
It wasn't that
yeah,
But
one wasn't that one wasn't good
Back 4
either
Blood
though.
was not that good.
Yeah. And then they
So
came out with World War Z, which World War Z, again, it came out a while ago, but it was the same thing. Like every zombie game, it's like I can hold down a button and that's it. You just hold down one button. There's no like skill to it, except for
yeah,
some Call of Duty Black Ops days and Back for Blood days too. Um, and then of course another upset of mine that I will be talking about every single time I'm ever asked is Hawked. That was a game that I played beta for. I was extremely excited for the beta. Honestly, I thought like there was a few glitches here and there where it would like crash and everything, but nothing compared to some games like Rust Console Edition or anything like that. So, me personally, I was excited for it. I thought, okay, this is gonna be awesome. And then they shut down for 4 months, and then after making people watch it on Twitch for 6 hours, by the way, to get a Twitch exclusive skin, I watched someone stream Twitch, which they were super bad, but whatever. I watched them on Twitch, okay, for 6 hours. I got my exclusive skin, and then they shut down for 4 months. I didn't even delete it. I just updated it. Loaded back in. They took away my skins. They took away all the gear that I grinded for the 4 days that they were open, and they took away everything and set me back down to baseline 0. Then they made it to where you can't even buy the battle pass. And for the first 2 days that Hawk re-released, by the way, PlayStation didn't even have access to it for the first week. Then once we did get access to it, we had to play on European servers for 2 days. For 2 days, we had to play on European because there was no American servers. And then once they opened American servers, there's no way for PlayStation or Xbox to get the battle pass. So we can't get anything. So PC guys, y'all can go and get your battle pass and get all your loot and everything like that. But PS4, PS5, Xbox, however many those are now, they can't get nothing.
PC
they're just
Master
out of
Race. I mean,
that's not right. That's not right. And then the game crashes. The game doesn't work. Like, you'll be playing it, and then it's not even that it crashes. It's that it just won't even let you do anything. Like, you just can't do nothing. So it's impossible to stream. Because if you're streaming on... Huh?
No, go ahead. I was just saying that reminds me of something else, but continue.
Because if you're playing on like PlayStation or something like that, and you're streaming, and you have to close the app because it won't let you do it, it'll end your stream. So it's impossible to stream it. You can get like 20 minutes of a stream worth, and then it's over, and that's the end of it. And then Rust was another big letdown for me.
Halo Infinite, that was a big disappointment. Just the fact that
was that this year?
I thought it was this year, early this year, or was it late last year? I thought it was early this year. Hold on, now got me thinking.
Those were my 2 biggest disappointments. They make me want to cry.
Halo.
I thought Halo Infinite was last year. No, it was 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, Halo Infinite came out a while ago.
Oh,
But,
21.
you can still-
Jesus.
You can still say it's disappointing because it's they haven't really done much with it.
No, well, apparently they made a big update recently to the online servers and stuff. You're supposed to have a much better ping time and all that kind of good stuff. I just
Yeah.
saw that
Wait,
news,
how long ago did that
earlier
come out?
today. 21, December 8th, 21.
I feel like, okay, so it was like 2020, 2021, whenever game designers just decided, hey, let's give people shit games and see what happens.
No, EA's been doing that for a lot longer than that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, Madden's just copy and paste at this point. Come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, now everybody's just like, you know what? Let's do this. But then, what's crazy though, one more thing about that game, because that's so fucked that they can do that to people. Like, they sold 200K copies of that game for $49, and then they bitched about the fact of having to give back 97K of it, of the money. Like, you made so much money off that.
Mm-hmm.
That was so wrong of them.
So let's see here. For me, as far as games, there were several games I was pretty disappointed in. So I want to like Bethesda, but as of late, Bethesda hasn't really done anything that's just like, wow. You know what I mean? They their success was, I feel like their success died of Oblivion, and that's why they released it 500 times.
Yeah.
But Bethesda released Redfall, and I thought it was gonna be. I was excited for Redfall, right? I was like, dude, it's gonna be on Game Pass. It's gonna be free. I played it for like 10 minutes. I was like, this is boring, right? And then I tried playing online. It was boring. I was like, wow. It got such bad reviews too, So I was really disappointed. Starfield is another one I was disappointed in. I mentioned it before. I played the game for 30 hours, and I'm just like, wow, okay. I just didn't think the characters were good. I mean, the people who like it, that's cool. I'm glad you do. But I couldn't get into it.
No, if you like that game, you're trash.
Don't listen to him, nerd fan. But yeah,
Nerd
I mean,
they're a fan now.
I said nerd fam. But anywho, is so then as far as like movies and whatnot, I was really disappointed in the Marvel movies. Really, I mean, don't get me wrong, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, top notch.
Best one they've done this year, though.
Oh yeah,
no, for sure. Yeah, no. But like,
without question.
But the Marvels, things. The Marvels was disappointing. Well, I mean, I expected to be disappointed, I guess, but I'm invested in the MCU, so I wanted to watch it. Um, wasn't the Secret Invasion this year?
Yeah, it
Uh,
was
Secret Invasion,
it
yeah.
definitely was. What was your problem with Secret Invasion though?
dude, it was bad. It was just so
Think so?
boring. Um, I didn't feel like they really like. I watched every single one. I just don't feel like they did anything with it. I mean, I guess at the very last episode they released a Super Scroll, but what
Yeah, that
significance
is
is he
true.
gonna
It was a
have?
little lackluster.
There's no what significance is it gonna have? I don't feel like the show is really gonna impact anything. It's just Samuel L. Jackson. Let's throw some money at Samuel L. Jackson and watch him do something. Okay. Um. So I was really disappointed in that. Uh. See, as far as games and just besides those two, I think that's about it as far as that.
Yeah, right
Um.
now, I still need to watch Black Panther 2. I still need to
Wakanda
watch.
Forever.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
still
this year? No, that was last year.
that was last year. But I'm just saying, like right now, I'm not caught up on that. I'm not caught up on
It
Secret
was terrible.
Invasion,
You're not
and then
missing out on much.
I haven't, yeah. And then then I still, of course, haven't seen the Marvels either, and I'll probably watch the Marvels whenever it comes out at some point in time. But like, I'm in
Yeah.
no rush for it because like I'm not excited about Marvel anymore. I used to. Oh,
Yeah.
I still have yet to watch Lady Hulk or whatever, She
Yeah.
Hulk. There we go.
Oh, speaking of it, I mean, She Hulk was alright. Um, like this, and and we'll eventually, sometime next year, and I don't know, maybe February or something like that. My brother really wants to come on and talk about it as well, so we'll have a fourth host.
Okay.
Um,
Speaking of which, though,
but
since we just like tipped our toes into the MCU real quick, I do have a question.
yeah,
What do you guys think about King the Conqueror officially being canceled? What do you think they're gonna do with that moving
I was
forward?
about to get into that because that's another big disappointment of
Yeah.
this year for the MCU.
Hmm.
I thought Jonathan Majors did a fantastic
Oh
job.
yeah, 100%.
He
Yeah.
did really good. And it's just he had some dirt on him, and someone pulled it out, and he came out. He's guilty. And so, you know, they're looking to
It
cancel him,
it's it
which
sucks because they put all their eggs in a basket, and the basket was damn good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to find
they
somebody to
should have.
replace
I
that.
That's a different story together. I mean, the state of the MCU is going to be a whole an episode. So we'll
Yeah.
talk about the state of the MCU, but I really don't think they should have gone with the direction of King the Conqueror. They should have gone with the direction of Doctor Doom instead. But
Yeah, that would have been
Well, I
cool
mean,
to see.
that's a hindsight, because he didn't have dirt on him. Now he does have dirt on.
Well, and they
Um,
could have done a Doctor Doom, especially after Wanda, the Universe of Madness. They introduced, one of the Fantastic Four in that one. If you haven't
mhm.
seen it by
yeah,
now, I mean, Cry Me a River. Okay, sorry if I
you're
spoiled
talking
that for
about
you. But
you're talking about
Doctor
Doctor Strange
Strange, yeah,
Multiverse of
Mhm.
Madness.
yeah, they finally introduced one of the Fantastic Four, and I thought he did a fantastic job of playing. I didn't much care for the movie itself, but I liked
Yeah,
his portrayal of him.
Oh
So
yeah,
with that being said, they could have totally took it towards Doctor Strange after that movie and tried to recover their terrible track record, but they didn't.
right. They could. But
they got contracts. They double down. They never. They don't have the ability to course correct. It's like, oh, we already sunk all this money into this. Instead of like realizing, hey, we're going to lose more money if we do this. Let's just cut our losses and then boom, just move another direction. But the big corporate heads, they don't have the ability to do that. They fear change.
yeah, but I mean that was kind of my disappointments as far as that goes.
I
So
was just happy to see Captain Picard in that movie.
oh yeah, Professor Xavier, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
But that was also last year.
I know. We'll make it so.
So, but anyways, so let's discuss our biggest surprises. What we were excited for, or and then or at the same time something was like, oh, I didn't do like this will be good. I was really surprised. Oh yes, Ray, thank you for raising your hand. For those
Just real
watching the
quick,
video,
no,
go
I'm
ahead.
totally about to like jump way back to the very beginning of this, but
Okay.
nerdy thing that we done this week, I picked up fucking Fortnite Lego. Okay, I've been grinding that shit. It is
Dude,
so fun.
It is so good, right?
It is so fun. I've
It
been
is
having
so
so
good.
much fun playing that shit.
Yeah,
While the
I still been playing with my wife, so
It
while
is
the kids
very
are out
fun.
this week, I think I'm going to take some time. I'm going to make sure I've got Fortnite installed on both of the gaming computers and the other two
good.
switches.
That's what we need to do, man. You know, we can all hop on and just stream Fortnite Lego, okay?
I'm
Yeah.
so down. That game is so fun. I'm having a
So
blast playing it.
speaking of Fortnite Legos, I know. Thank you for rabbit trading that. Uh, my wife and I, we were pretty excited that we defeated our first brute.
Dude, I've been struggling so hard. I tried to take the ranger into it because he's, of course, the first guy I got. Poor little guy got smacked once and was destroyed, and I followed
I
right
have
after.
we have like 10 hearts each, so
I do too. I have, well, I don't know if I have 10. I think I have 7, maybe 5. Yeah, like 7 or 8. But like, damn, he's still wrong. My thing is I'm still using. I have that many hearts, but I still am using wood swords. There's
I
some
beat him
things I
with the
don't know what to
blue
get.
with the rare recurve bow. That's what I did. So,
See, I haven't gotten
but
that far yet. I'm
anyways,
still on. I'm struggling to get green shit. Yeah. Let's continue. Sorry, I had to
um,
jump back. But what was the question?
so what were your biggest surprises of the year?
Biggest surprises of the year.
Hmm.
Um, my biggest surprise. Hold on. Let me just look one thing. Um, was Bleach the 1,000 Year War this year?
Yep.
Hmm.
Was it? Because
Some
that
of it
was
was, yes.
that was my most anticipated. Was
Second half
that
was. It
right
was in
there?
July.
I just finished
So
watching it yesterday, and that was
Good.
probably my most anticipated and most excited to watch because Bleach, of course they had, you know, the Arrancar series, which was really good, and then they went and
mhm.
dropped that, and I thought that one was pretty good from the like very first episode. Thought it was pretty good.
Pachi though. God, Kenpachi.
I know.
I love him.
That's what I was most excited for because they hinted towards that in the very beginning, and I was like, "Ooh, Kenpachi loses his shit." Ooh,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Bleach was good. The second half came out this year. The first half was last year, but the second half came out this year.
Yeah,
So
I need another season because I got to find out what the fuck happens. Like I was
yeah,
just really
they
sad that
still
like so they gave Ichigo's new Bankai at the end of last season, and they just haven't really done anything with it, and that's just heartbreaking.
yeah. The very last episode of Thousand Year Door. That's right. That's Paper Mario.
Yeah.
1000 Year War. Um, so when that chick is like, no one's ever seen it. She does Bankai, does the whole theater thing. That was made just for the anime. So
Hmm.
so I thought it was pretty cool. Then even the Tito was yeah, Tito Kubo was excited to actually get that animated because he's been wanting to do that. So, but yeah, I mean that's a good one. Let's see from you. I mean one of the biggest surprises in gaming was Liza P. Honestly, I was like shocked at how good it really was because I never even heard of the developer. Um, so I was like, it looks interesting. Because I first saw it, heard Pinocchio, I was like, it's another Dark Souls type game. I'm probably not gonna play it. And I tried it on Xbox Live or Xbox Game Pass, and I mean, I'm 58 hours in. I love the game. It's good. Um, Guardians of the Galaxy was another, big surprise to me. It was a lot better than I thought. James Gunn I felt like he really stuck it to them. Um, because he didn't. He pretty much said, fuck the model that's going on right now, and I'm gonna do my own thing. And he did. He did his own thing. He went on and the Guardians of the Galaxy. You don't have to watch anything Phase 4. You could just watch at Volume 1, 2, and some of the in between phase, and then like everything up to before Phase 4, and then watch Guardian, and then watch Volume 3. It has nothing to do with what's they did their own thing, which is really cool. So I just didn't like Adam Warlock. I thought it was really, really disappointing as Adam Warlock. That was pretty bad.
What? Adam Warlock was amazing.
The because I just don't like what the MC did with that. Because Adam Warlock was one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe,
They
and
made
they
him
reduced him.
super special.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but it's whatever. It was a decent movie all around. Super Mario movie, I thought was another good one. That it was really real good.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that one a little bit later here in a little bit. But TV shows disappointing. Secret Invasion, like I said, not disappointing. Secret Invasion was, horrible. Ahsoka was a mix and match of disappointment and surprising. I say
Now,
that
what
because
was that you didn't like? Because I've actually just dived into Ahsoka. I just finished it yesterday, and I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, it seems to
it's just
pick
a
up
few.
after Clone Wars.
It picks up after Rebels, but it's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's I mean, so what I didn't like, I didn't like the direction of the whole thing they put with they added a whole apprenticeship with Padawan and Master with Ahsoka. So I didn't really like that. Also did not really like because you watch the whole if you watch all of Clone Wars, especially the final season, the final season 6, and then the final season 7, and then some of Rebels, like throughout the whole thing, like Ahsoka's hinted to be like in Rebels, not Rebels, but in Ahsoka, they keep referring to her as a Jedi. And there's some times where it started off good, but then I feel like she just embraced, oh, I'm a Jedi, right? And beginning it's like the rebel's like, oh, you should have done that. That's not the Jedi way. She's like, well, I'm no Jedi. And all of a sudden she's a Jedi, So I didn't really like that because she's not a Jedi. She left the Jedi Order.
I was gonna say, I
So
think she was wasn't she? She wasn't gonna be a Jedi anyway. She was gonna be one of the there's the Sith, the Jedi, and then the ones that use the yellow lightsaber. What are they?
Well, so they're still the Sentinels
there, but yeah.
use the
Sentinels.
yellow Jedi.
Yeah. I always thought that she was gonna be a Sentinel.
They're still Jedi though.
Yeah, they're still part of the Jedi Order. Now there's the talk about being like the gray Jedi, which honestly, like, there's no such thing as a gray Jedi. It's impossible for a Jedi to use the the dark side of the Force, because no matter what, it's still going to tempt them to this and that, blah, blah, blah. Point is, though, but gray Jedi, honestly, at this point, I think the current headcanon for most Star Wars fans is just that they're like the true believers. They're not worried about the politics and what the council says. It's about being a true Jedi and just being one with the Force.
I think I may have my shit confused then, because I thought
Ahsoka may be the closest to it.
Sides.
Ahsoka is the closest one to it. So,
yeah.
But see, here's the thing:
use both light and dark.
No, I think the only Jedi that uses dark side type abilities isn't even using dark side abilities, but that's Mace Windu, because he uses Form 7. But
now his Shadow Point became canon, but that's a whole different story altogether.
God, what a great book! Did you ever get down to that book?
I didn't get that. It's in my list, but I haven't read it yet.
It's a good one.
Star Wars is confusing as fuck.
Not if you get down on it. I mean, if you start getting into the universe, it's not that confusing.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Be honest. In order for it not to be, confusing, I'd have to read backstories. I'd have to go and read this book and that book.
No,
there's a whole bunch of emptiness because I've watched everything, and obviously I don't know jack shit.
I could probably give you a list of 10 books, and you'd probably be at least you'd have.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like I've got. I'm not saying I have more knowledge about Star Wars history than I do of like American/world history, but like I'm practically a fucking Star Wars historian because all the references and stuff that they. Well, I don't read either. I do audiobooks.
I read.
Ray don't do that either. I don't.
But
I don't like learning. I'm a
so the other thing I liked about Ahsoka was the okay. They kept referring to Ahsoka and Sabine as Jedi, right?
hmm
But when there's Jedi's, there's also what? Siths.
Yeah.
Right? Balin Skull and what's her name? Scotty? I can't remember her name.
I forgot.
Uh, not once would they ever refer to as Sith. They're not Sith. If you actually look at their lightsabers are orange, which was next level. So they're
Yeah.
not red.
So
They're
they're not.
orange.
They're definitely not Sith. I mean, correct.
They're more like dark Jedi.
Yeah, and then Star Wars canon, there is a difference between Sith and Dark Jedi. Sith
Right,
actually
right.
try to, study the Sith ways and everything, where Dark Jedi are just Jedi who were Jedi, and then they decided, hey, we're gonna, we tapped into the dark side. We like the power it gives us, and we're gonna do stupid stuff because of it.
Right. So that one was, like I said, Ahsoka was both to me. It was I was psyched for it because it's Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka. I have a wall of Ahsoka. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bad. Okay.
and a cleaning rag right next to it.
Of course.
Dude, she's like 12. Jesus Christ.
not later. Come on. But yeah. So yeah, I was pretty excited for that show, but then some aspects disappointed me. I mean, all in all, I thought the show was decent. So especially Thrawn, he took the show as always because Thrawn takes the show. But yeah, I mean that was kind of my biggest surprises of the year. So, anything for you, Tom?
I mean, of course, that was like one of the bigger things I was looking out for was the Ahsoka show. Oh man, did you get down on the other the cartoon one that they release? Tales of the Jedi. Was that this
Tales
year?
of the Jedi. I think Tales of the Jedi was last year.
Oh, shit.
You're talking about Star Wars Visions.
Visions.
Season 2?
I like this season of Visions a lot more than I liked last season of Visions.
Really? I'm the opposite. I
Really?
like season 1 better. Yeah.
Okay.
The season 1 also did especially the episode of the twins. That episode was. I have the pops of both those twins. That episode was next level, but it also reminded me of
That was the one that was like super hardcore anime.
yeah, and the clothes like
yeah. See,
up,
that
right?
was too much. It was fun to watch, but it was too much. Like these aren't Jedi. These are fucking Super Saiyans.
What? Wait, what are you guys talking about? What anime?
Star Wars Visions. So, Star Wars Visions. You would like it. The first season, it's a bunch of Japanese studios, and they animated Star Wars. I'm just like, it's a bunch of Japanese studios. The second season was a bunch of different anime.
Too. It's like they're all their own separate stories. Some of the stuff you can't even say necessarily happened in the Star Wars universe.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
The second season is a bunch. Instead of using Japanese, they used foreign animating companies. So they have people from Canada, Germany, things like that. So, but the first one, like one of the people who animated. Do you ever watch Kill la Kill, Ray?
Yeah. I've seen that.
The episode I'm talking about with the twins, that's the reason why I was gonna get why I liked it. The reason why I liked it is because the people who animated it was Kill la Kill. So if you see Kill la Kill, you know how over the top that can be. And that episode is based off of that, so that's why I liked it. So, but yeah, season 2 was cool. I liked it. It had some good episodes.
I think season 2. I think the stories were more well put together. I mean, don't get me wrong. Especially the first one of season 1, the black and white one.
Art with the art and stuff.
The black and white.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the season 1, black and white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ronin. That one was cool.
Yeah.
I tried reading the book. I have the book. I didn't really like it that much.
That?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like the writing style. It was kind of I'm gonna try to reread it and go from there, but I didn't really care for the writing style. So
okay,
but so but yeah, the book was out a little bit ago. I was gonna say another big surprise was the book Star Wars Battle Scars. That was a pretty big surprise. It was actually a really good book.
Yeah.
It came out early this year, before the release of Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
I've got anime. Oh, I've got Amazon credits. I know. I'm gonna just download that right now. By the way, also I've got Fortnite downloading in the background too.
Nice, nice. So, but yeah, so let's let's talk about movies. It's I mean, I've seen more than quite a few movies.
Real quick, what's the name
Um,
of that book?
it's just Ronin.
No, okay. Well, Ronin, but what's the other? The
Oh,
Jedi
Battle
Survivor.
Scars. Battle Scars. Let's see here. Have you seen how many movies have you seen this year, Ray? Tom?
Oh, this
Not a
movie.
lot.
I mean, this year, every single one that's dropped, including a lot of indie films from God knows where, with terrible fucking graphics.
Like what?
Oh God, you put me on the spot. I mean, the first one that comes to mind whenever I'm trying to think about it is fucking Jeepers Creepers. The new Jeepers Creepers that they came out with. That one was terrible. It was done by some like indie film place, and the graphics were so bad. Like you can see the
Right.
green screen and everything. It's rough.
So here are the top 10 movies of this year, the highest grossing ones, right? Number one, highest grossing movie of this year. The number one movie of this year was, you ready for it? Barbie.
Yeah, I'm not
So
surprised. You see fucking HBO. Have you used Max lately?
I
It's
have Max. Yeah,
painted. It's painted with Barbie.
I mean, I watched half of that movie. It was all right. So the number two best grossing movie was the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That makes
Um,
sense. I expected that one to be one.
so and since we're talking about it here, I'll give you my take on Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay, visually, visually, the movie is fantastic. That movie also hit all the feels, like in the very beginning, like everything, like their first boss, Spike. There, that means they were part of a wrecking crew, which plays into that game that came out like early '90s, Wrecking Crew. No, I think it was like '89 when it came out. It was called Wrecking Crew. Um, Super fun game. I mean, I remember playing that game with my dad, so it's very nostalgic. Just the amount of Easter eggs in that movie alone. If especially if you're a Mario fan or a Nintendo fan, it's amazing, you know. So Charles Martinet did get his his voice. He was the dad, so he was there. Honestly, I thought the voice cast was decent. I thought, you know,
Donkey Kong.
yeah, I think Chris Pratt did a decent job. I mean, people are saying Seth Rogen shouldn't have been Donkey Kong, but let's face it, when did you ever hear Donkey Kong talk? So how do you know how he's supposed to talk?
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, I think Seth
Still,
Rogen did good for it.
that caught me off guard whenever he sits there and gets in front of Mario.
Now,
like
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
now Jack Black, he stole the show.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
He always does.
Bowser,
Yeah.
was just legendary. Like, and then the Peaches song,
Peaches, peaches, peach.
yeah, like it's
Now
been
you see,
nominated for one of the best songs of 2023.
and it should have been, because if you're like a Jack Black fan like me, okay, I mean, hold on, it's just give me 1 second. Yes. Okay. So,
What
I mean,
are you
if
doing?
you're a Jack Black fan like me, okay, Tenacious
Tenacious D,
Pick a Destiny album. Okay, this is an
Yeah.
album. The original, by the way, not a remake. But
Yeah.
I paid a lot for that. But if you're a Jack Black fan like me, he has a song about low-hanging fruit, and he sings about peaches, but peaches have a different meaning in that song. It was awesome.
Okay.
It was
Okay,
really
that's cool. I didn't know that.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, all in all, I thought the movie was really good. Now, the complaints that people got, it had no story. Okay, it's
Okay.
Mario.
Yeah.
When's the last time Mario had a story? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's still they made it a Mario. Mario doesn't have a story ever.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it was just
I would say my
visually it was
top
good.
two favorite parts of that movie is one when he showed up to the castle, and there's like, "Hey, we're looking for Pete." Oh, sorry, Pete's is another castle. Like
Yeah,
that was
right.
awesome. And then also, God damn, I had it. Oh, and the star, the star with it,
Yeah.
like just waiting for the sweet release of death.
That star was awesome.
I know,
That
right?
star cracked my shit up. That was
So
fun.
and then okay, so this is my personal movie of the year. The next one, I'm surprised it didn't do better than it did, but it's whatever. I think it's gonna win best animated movie of the year. Honestly, it's either between that or Super Mario, but we'll see. The first one of this movie did take best animated movie of the year, and I think it was like 2019, 2020, somewhere in between there. But anyways, so I'm probably hyping it up now. So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, that movie, hands down, maybe a hot take. I don't care. You come at me, guys. Come at me, okay? Is the best movie to ever release to date. The amount of Easter eggs, the way they connected not just video games, they connected the MCU.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Prowler
remember
and
Home?
Lockup.
Yeah, right. And the from Homecoming, because there was hinted that he was a Prowler because it's
Yeah.
his but then they actually show him in the Prowler costume, and
Yeah.
then they even put Spider-Man from the Spider-Man PlayStation 5 4 game.
Yeah.
Just like that movie is just like you're like looking all over the place trying to see all the different Spider-Man, and it's incredible.
Yeah, that moment whenever he was running away from him and they put the two Spider-Mans that are looking at each other, that was
Yeah,
awesome. That was
it was
awesome.
so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
I saw it in IMAX with my kids, and it was worth every penny. It was epic.
I'm embarrassed to
Yeah.
say
So,
I have not seen. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix
Yeah.
now,
oh
and I need to
man,
see it.
It's
you need
I
really
to
good.
see
just,
it.
I think that's what I mean, of course, I don't think any of my employers or coworkers are going to see this. I think I probably need to just watch that tomorrow while I'm working. Just have that on in the
Yeah.
background.
So, and then the next few movies, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we kind of talked about that. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oppenheimer, came out at the same time Barbie. Then they did Barbieheimer.
Barbenheimer, yeah.
The Little Mermaid came out this year. I didn't get to see it. So when that movie came out, I went to a card shop with the boys. I had the boys because they were being rowdy, and at the time, I had who was it? It was I still had my niece with us, and so it was her friend, and my daughter, and my wife was like, "I'm gonna go take him to go see a movie," and so I was like, "Oh, you could go see a movie?" I was like, okay. The card shop we were going to go to closed down. It's closed. Because we went about 8 o'clock. I thought it closed at 9, but it closed at 8 o'clock. Um, and so it's like, okay. I was like, can I go take them to see a movie too? They're like, yeah. So that's where we go see Spider Man, and they saw the Little Mermaid. She thought it was okay,
Yeah.
So Ant
Um,
Man. Oh, go ahead.
are you guys? I mean, just because we're bringing up Disney, are you guys familiar with the dueling Snow Whites coming out?
No.
So they're coming out with a Snow White movie. Disney is, and instead of seven dwarves, it was seven diverse friends or whatever it was. They're not
Hmm.
dwarves because what's that guy's name? Who's Tyrion Lannister? What's his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, Dinklage. Apparently, he's gatekeeping. It's like, oh, I made all this money being a dwarf, and now playing a dwarf in a movie as a dwarf is
I
all
heard about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
is all like
Oh yeah.
offensive. So the Daily Wire, they're like, you know what? Since it's not under public domain anymore, we're also going to make our own Snow White movie. So, 2023, there's supposed to be two Snow White movies coming out, which is going to be a Daily Wire is releasing one, and then Disney's going to release the other. But then, after all of the hype of the Daily Wire one, Disney's like, oh, we might want to fix this. So they're going to push it out to 2024. I would recommend watch the Rachel Ziegler interviews from a few months ago and then
Hmm.
watched the one that they did the other day, you could tell they sat her ass down and it's like, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything negative about anything, and just talk about how great the story is. So now
Right.
they did a press release with a an updated image where Rachel Ziegler is in the traditional Snow White uniform or costume, and then they've got 7 animated dwarfs hanging around her. So I'll send you guys some links later if I remember. But
Yeah.
it's a juicy little story, and I'm kind of excited to see how the two compete. But
Yeah. The Disney one's gonna do better. It's obvious.
I think
So
overall it'll make more money, but I think I think you'll realize though it's probably going to do the same thing that Marvel's did. You know, it might make a lot of money in the box office, but I think they're going to spend more money than they're going to. I think ultimately they're going to lose money on the movie,
right.
especially after having to do all the reshoots and the more animations and stuff like that. This
Right.
money's this movie's going to tank them because what I think they're
So
already down $1 billion for the year.
yeah, Marvel's didn't do so good, but not only that, but then speaking of
Well,
Marvel,
Disney in general, but yeah.
the next one is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Okay, that movie was trash. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Um, I did
It
it
was
like
fun.
I mean, I just feel like I didn't care for any of the characters.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't feel anything for them, and it's just like, you know, the, I feel like they was just added in. I'm like, oh, she was there the whole time, but then when you shrunk down and you saw her in a quantum realm, she was already you didn't see this whole city, and then all of a sudden there's a whole city. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Wait a
talk about
minute.
the first one. In the first one, in the very first movie, he shrinks down.
Uh-huh.
Scott Lang shrinks down and goes to the quantum realm,
Yeah.
and what's her name, Janet Van Dyke, helps him.
Hmm.
So pushes him
Well,
and gets
it
him out of the
doesn't mean
quantum
that
realm.
she's. I mean, because the quantum realm might as well be the universe. I mean, they have almost infinite distance between one end to the other. So I wouldn't say it's out of the.
Yeah, but it's I just didn't like it. King the Conqueror did pretty decent in that, but I didn't like where they kind of took the movie with.
Hmm.
But John Wick Chapter 4. I never got to see that. I haven't got to see that one, so
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
one.
waiting. I want to watch it, but I'm just it's for whatever reason, it's not on any streaming platforms. I don't know why.
Well, as soon as
So
the holidays are over, I'm going to drop the $6-7 on YouTube, and I'm just going to just stream it.
yeah,
I'll rent it for a day.
and then Sound of Freedom was number 9. I,
I don't know what that is.
I
Actually,
do.
I've never heard of that.
I
It
don't care.
was it was slow. I
Oh,
went to
you
go
watched
see
it?
it. Yeah, I went to go see it, and like don't get me wrong, I think it was a good movie and all, but it wasn't fun. Usually I go to the movies to go see something fun.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they went a little too much on the realism of the story versus like I think they could have like done more of a based on a true story and done a little bit more like
Right.
Taken where there's more like gunfights and explosions and that kind of stuff.
What
I
is it
think
called again?
The Sound of
Sound
Freedom.
of Freedom. Hmm.
It's about child trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
So and then number 10, shout out to our girl Taylor Swift, the Airs tour. So that was number 10. You know, shout out to Travis and Taylor. They're still together. Hot news right now. So, but and then some honorable mentions that I've seen. Um, Megan. I don't know if you saw that. That was it was it was cool. It was entertaining. Um, Entertaining to say the least. It reminded me of American Horror Stories. That's why. You know.
I could never get
Um,
down with American Horror Story, and I didn't get down with that movie either.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, and then like one I didn't get to see, but I know it was there. It was Cocaine Bear. Came out this
Oh,
year.
I
That was
forgot about that movie. God, that's one
yeah.
I really want to
It's
see.
on Netflix too, I think.
Oh
I
shit!
don't know if it is. It might be. So Cocaine Bear came out. That was
Let's
an
see.
honorable mention. Um, And then let's see here. What else? There's so many movies that I can't remember. I know Creed 3 came out. Um, that was another big. Oh, Shazam! I forgot Shazam. The Flash came out. Shazam was pretty bad. I don't know if
It
you
was
watched that one.
Amazon Prime I was thinking of.
That's okay, yeah, because I was about to say it's a negative on the Netflix. So if it's on Amazon, let me go find that real quick.
Yeah, Shazam came out, which is I didn't like that movie. Oh, that's right. The Flash was another good one. Not a good one, but another one that came out. The Flash was a pretty bad movie as well.
There it is.
I was really disappointed. I mean, I think the acting wasn't too bad, but just in general, the story was pretty bad.
Dude, the
So,
animation was terrible. The
well,
running, are
yeah,
you
yeah,
serious? The
it
speed
was.
of it? And
The
like,
CGI was bad.
yeah, and like after, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, if y'all need reference, go over here to what was it? Was it hold on, give me a second. Marvel, where they did the chick with the speed, like there was like 5 of them
Yeah,
and they all had different powers. That chick's fight sequence with her super speed was fucking dope. That was a cool
right.
fight, and then Flash comes out with that shit.
Talking about the Eternals.
Yes,
Yeah.
The
that
Eternals
chick's
was
ability was good.
yeah, but the Eternals was a bad movie.
I
But
like.
um, and here's a big. I forgot about this movie. I thought I forgot it came out this year, but it was a big surprise. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
That one was good. I like that one.
I thought that was really good too.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I saw it in theaters with my boy. We enjoyed it. I thought, it had all the nice D&D tropes that you can just see Easter eggs. It was cool. I thought it was good. It was
Oh, good.
so
That's also on
So,
Amazon.
with your boy offended.
my son. That's my boy. Okay. So, do you want to be invited more often to movies? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So, Evil Dead Rise is another one came out. I know people said it was good, but I didn't really get down with it. So, but yeah. Let's see. There's quite a few. There's one that I want to see. It's on Netflix. It's Knights of the Zodiac. It's Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac. I don't know if you've ever seen that anime, but it was kind of interesting. I didn't get. It's on Netflix. I will watch it. The main guy that it's Makaru, who's the guy who did Zoro for the live action One Piece. He's the main actor.
Oh, okay.
So
I
so I
like
was
him.
kind of interested. So oh, I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I will, but Fast 10 did come out this year as well.
I ain't watching that
So
shit.
Fast
the 10th
25, you mean?
one, what?
I mean,
Fast 25.
The Fast 25, yeah.
come on now.
They did Transformers as well too. Rise of the Beast, Rise of the Beast. I didn't see that one. It looked interesting because I like Beast Wars growing up, but I didn't get to see that one. That Disney movie Elemental was out as well. It was boring. It was so boring.
Yeah, I heard that one was also trash. Another one of the reasons why Disney's $1 billion in the hole this year.
Yeah, it just had no. It was just a love story like Romeo and Juliet. No real villain. The villain itself was culture. So, and then they did. Jennifer Lawrence came out the movie No Hard Feelings. It was pretty funny. It's stupid, but it had a few moments. So, you see that one, Ray? No.
What'd you say it was?
So,
I don't like Jennifer Lawrence.
no
Did you
hard
say the name of it?
no hard feelings.
Oh, yeah, I did see that where she gets paid to be the.
It was stupid.
Yeah, I watched that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the new I didn't get to see it, and I'm waiting. I want to see it. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out, Mutant Mayhem, directed by Seth Rogen, stuff like that. They had all sorts of characters in there. That looked really good. But I didn't get a chance to watch that one. I wanted to, but it was just a broke month, you know.
TMNT,
Um,
they're owned by Marvel, right?
no, Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Okay.
Nickelodeon has rights to that movie,
Okay.
so
But the comics, though, I feel like Marvel's doing the comics.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So, I know one movie that that's up for, it's probably gonna be up for an Oscar is Killers of the Flower Moon. So, you know, and we'll touch on it because I think the 21st is they're supposed to announce the nominees. Um, Five Nights of Freddy's also came out this year. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that.
I did.
That one was pretty
My
good.
It was
I love
entertaining.
seeing Matt Pat in there.
Oh
Like oh
yeah.
they say, they say lunch is the most important thing meal. It's like, well, some people say that, but that's just a theory. I'm like, oh, he said the lie.
They did the prequel to the Hunger Games of Snakes and Songbirds or something like that.
I
That I didn't get to watch it. I mean, I'm
We need
interested
to have a
because I've
shared
already seen
Excel file that we start putting like movies on there that we need to all watch.
them.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's one of them.
So Good Burger 2 came out this year too.
What? I didn't even hear about that.
Really? Good Burger. Welcome to the Good Burger.
I didn't like the first one. I didn't like the second one.
Go
Did you
fuck
see the
yourself.
second one? I didn't see it.
Man, boo.
So,
Definitely till
uh,
they gotten older.
yeah, that's for sure.
Oh,
That's for sure. So, and there's still a few movies coming out. Rebel Moon is still coming out. And because the summer's not over, but there's not really much that's really gonna be there. Aquaman and Lost Kingdom was coming out, but that one I got hit by cancel culture because
Oh yeah.
nobody wants to watch it because they're like, if Amber Heard's in it for 5 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's tragic. But I didn't like the first one anyway, so I thought it was garbage.
Honestly, I seen the trailer for that new one dropping, and it looks trash. So,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
sucks because I really like Jason Momoa, but
The DCU just doesn't hold up the same as the MCU for whatever reason.
nah, it really doesn't.
Now
Well, they keep
the
changing people left and right. They play way too hard on the whole alternate universe shit. I mean, for God's sake, they had Twilight's fucking Star Twinkle Banner as a fucking Batman. Stop it.
Oh, whoa!
No,
That's a different story together. But the Batman, that movie was good.
no, it was not.
It
No,
was
I
good.
refuse. I refuse.
It
Anything
was
that has
good.
Twilight Boy in it is a no for me.
he's not
Dude,
a
Robert
terrible
Patterson.
actor. Yeah.
No.
Patterson really hit the nail in the coffin with that movie.
All I fucking see whenever I go to watch that shit is I glow. Nah,
Dude,
fuck outta here.
first off, you need to think more of Robert Patterson as the guy who heroically died. Spoiler alert against Voldemort because he's Cedric Diggory.
That's not spoiler at this point. That movie's fucking older than Austin.
What?
Ray
Then
is.
what? Okay, now you're fucking up. First of all, second
Yeah,
of all,
goddamn
no,
it.
it's not because I had to go sit in these movie theaters and watch it with my mom. Okay, I went to the book releases for that shit.
So you're
but-
talking about Twilight or Harry Potter?
Harry Potter. Well, both. I had to sit in fucking Twilight's movies while my mom and her best friend argued over if we were 10 years younger, I would bang the werewolf. I would bang the vampire. And I'm
Oh
sitting there
god.
like,
Yeah, no, that's oh.
Okay, well,
Mommy issues maybe.
yeah, a little bit. I was like,
But-
dang it.
So, I want to say, if you guys are familiar with Mystery Science Theater 3000, right?
yeah,
Sorry,
he
Ray,
lives under a
yes,
rock. He's not Ray's not. He lives under a rock.
I know the.
Oh.
I was gonna say I know the Rock, but never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Literally, the show came out early 90s, late 80s. I forgot. So, point is though, the entire show is pretty much you just have some comedians sitting up front. You can see their heads like down there at the bottom of the screen, and they show these terrible B movie horror films, and they're just ripping them to shreds the entire time, just making jokes. Well, they've got one where the original cast from Mystery Science Theater 3000 is sitting there doing the same thing with the Twilight movies, and it is 10 out of 10. Like, making it worth watching them again, specifically with that.
Yeah, I've seen all 4 Twilight movies. They're pretty bad, but
Yeah, we'll watch them again, but having the narration at the bottom.
it's kind of like watching Dragon Ball Z. This is rabbit trail. Sorry guys, sorry Nord fam. Like Dragon Ball Z is good, right? I love Dragon Ball Z. Don't get me wrong. But then you watch Dragon Ball Z abridged, next
Yeah.
level. Like Dragon Ball Z Abridged is so much better.
They can't be because they fumbled it with the Boo Saga. I went
Well,
and
it's
watched it
because
for
they
the
got a
first
cease and
time.
desist,
Yeah,
which is so. But the Boo bits, it's just the Boo bits, and it wasn't as good. But like the whole Cell Saga, where like with Piccolo's like
uh,
Goku, your son's getting the crap beat of him. It's okay. Watch this. Any minute now, he's gonna fight back. It's like no. It's like no, it's okay. Oh, I think I made a mistake. he's just like
yeah.
he's just a bad father. It's great.
And then whenever
Uh,
he's sitting there fighting him himself, and fucking his son Gohan is like, "Hey, Dad, you remember the Sensu Bean?" And he's like, "Yeah, what about it?" And he's like, "Revenge," and fucking gives him the Sensu Bean.
it's so good. But I mean, I think that's about all we have for tonight, really. Um, just the biggest disappointments. If the nominations come out the 21st, like they said it would, we'll touch on the nominations for Best Picture of the Year. We won't go into depth for all of it. We'll take our picks for Best Picture of the Year, which I think will probably be their Oppenheimer or Barbie at this year. But there's, definitely not like last year. Last year, the Best Picture of the Year, 100% agree. Everything, everywhere, all at once. That was the best picture of 2022.
Oh, and that's
So,
another movie I gotta fucking see.
Wait, what
dude,
did you
that
say it was?
everything, everywhere, all at once.
I did not like that movie.
Oh my god,
I really didn't.
that
I thought
movie
it
was
was so
next
boring.
level. Dude, it was so fucking good.
I thought it was so
I saw
boring.
I saw it with my wife and I saw it with Chad. You remember Chad, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it with him and Chad was in agreement with me because Chad is a bigger critic than you are. A bigger critic than I. That's saying a lot. And that movie was just, yeah, it was fantastic. So, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna wrap things up here. Um, as always, you can find me on Surge Reviews or Surge Gaming. It's gonna on Instagram. It's under Surge Gaming Reviews. From there, you can find my link tree, which takes you to my YouTube channel, my blog, this podcast, takes you to a link to get our sponsor, Dubby. So you can find me there. Um, don't feel free to like and subscribe to us as well. The Nerdy Phase with Ray and Serge, plus Tom. Maybe we'll add Tom in the name now.
Hmm.
We can be the Nerdy Phase with, you know, SRT. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. See, SRT. That's my initials, so it works out. So the nerdy fades with SRT. Um, but if you haven't got a chance to, last episode I did a poll. Um, let me know what you think. Team TV. If you haven't got it, Team TV. That's all I gotta say. Ray,
Yes,
you're up.
sir. You can find all my stuff at EIPEVOLI. That's I Love Pie spelled backwards on YouTube. And if you have any gaming requests or ideas for me to play, go ahead and drop them in there. They gotta be on PS4. I'm working on the PC part of it. So yeah.
But if you guys have any requests on what we'll do a let's play together and stream live, and we'll tell you everything we know about the game. We're all, Ray's probably the funny one. He will be the main player. Tom and I will give you the technical aspects of the game and how it's played and what to do and how to make stuff work good. So,
I'll be the one screaming in the background asking for help.
yeah. Anything for you, Tom, or still
No,
working
no,
on
not yet.
stuff?
I'm still thinking. Sometime after the first of the year, I think I'm gonna start up a new email account. After I start the new email, I think I'm gonna start attaching stuff to that email. New X account, new YouTube, all that kind of good stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, Nerd Fam, this wraps up this episode. You know, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us, all of us, on our social medias. If you have Facebook, we do have a Facebook group. Just look it up. It's called the Nerdy Phase with Ray and Serge. There you can feel free to ask any questions, requests, anything like that. But Nerd Fam, as always, stay classy. Deuces.